Good evening. I'm coming to you this evening from a very calm, warm South Island evening. There's a bit of cloud in the sky, but the stars are shining brightly down here. We've had a change. I'll just make sure I get my time right. It was at 1:28 a.m. GMT this morning, 5th of October, which is actually just before 2:30 p.m. for New Zealand, that the moon shifted from Taurus into Gemini. Now, Gemini is an air sign, which means it's a really good time for the medicinal herbs. So instantly I think, well, we're still in the root phase of the moon, but astrologically it's a good time for flowers. So immediately my mind starts saying, okay, so we should be planting echinacea, which is well known for its flower, and we use all parts of the echinacea plant. It's mainly the root that we use. Dandelions, it's a good thing to plant. Any of the root crops are still good, but I like to focus on where we are astrologically. So those flowers, let me get my mind around this. Any flower plants, especially if we use herbs, the roots of the flowers, and any herbs for medicinal purposes. So especially roots, so things like burdock, dandelion, echinacea. I'm trying to think of some other that we use the roots for. There's plenty. Yellow dock. Off the top of my head, that's what I can think of. Really good time for horseradish. A really good time for planting those. Now, if you cut flowers today and tomorrow, we're sitting in Gemini until the 7th, 6th, 7th, depending on where you are. So if you cut the flowers during Gemini, they will have a more intense scent and they will endure longer. And leaf plants are good to harvest on these flower days. They last longer. So it is an appropriate time to sow, transplant, cultivate, and harvest any and all flower plants and or herbs used for medicinal purposes. So let me just change this back to GMT or UTC. And we remain in Gemini until October the 7th at 11:47 a.m. GMT. So that's just a very quick update. It remains to be a good time to harvest crops, to fertilise, transplant, to mow lawns and prune to reduce growth, and to plant trees, shrubs and perennials up until Saturday, which we move into our barren phase, and we no longer want to do any seed sowing in our barren phase because we're in the last quarter. So until Saturday, this is what we can do in the garden. So enjoy your gardens. Pick your pumpkins in the Northern Hemisphere. And I'll give you an update on Saturday. May the force be with you.